Hi, I'm back. All right, now we're going to be moving on to chapter 6. Again, we're talking about, peer relationships, healthy ones. And we're going to talk about friendships and how important your friends are to you. Friends are very important to you, especially during your adolescence years. Extremely important. People, we are human beings that by nature we want to connect with individuals. Okay, so it does not matter if you have a whole bunch of friends or just one or two or three. Okay, you got to have your tribe. You got to have your group. It could be your family. It could be, one or two good friends at work or in your class. But we are social beings, so it's important to have good friendships and good relationships. Right now, as teenagers, you may feel that your friends are more important than your family. But in the big scheme of things, and you may not like me to say this, but in the big scheme of things, your family, hopefully your family is a healthy unit with you, and whoever is taking care of you, and they will eventually become your friends. So on page 141, let's talk about friendships, okay, and how it is to be a good friend. I mean, are you a good friend? Are you a good listener? Are you one that is one that stirs the pot and gossips all the time? Are you that kind of friend? Are you the friend that's a backstabbing friend? Are you a loyal friend? Are you a dedicated friend? Are you just a casual friend, like someone that might just be, at work? Like I have work friends. I have friends that at my congregation, the church I belong to. I have friends that are my neighbors that are like, hey, how's it going? I mean, I don't really hang with them. So, and some of my work friends are really, really close friends, that I do things outside of work with. But there's all kinds of people that, are your friends. So, of course, I mentioned earlier, loyalty, honesty are huge characteristic traits in having friends and having relationships with people. Empathy, feeling sensitive and caring to your friends' needs. And of course, you want them to empathize with you and care about your needs, even though you may or may not always agree or always like the same thing. You want to be able to be relied on and have that person care for you. And the reliability, huge, huge, huge. People you could depend on. You may have, I always say this, you may have a lot of friends or a lot of Twitter friends or whatever, you guys are social media stuff now, but do they really, truly, truly know you? Okay. So like you may have a group of people in your life and someone that you can tell everything and anything to. And you may have two of those friends. But the third friend, you're not too sure about, because that one friend maybe spreads rumors or likes to cause problems, or is just, maybe leaves you out or ignores you, likes to stir the pot, like I mentioned earlier, in the sense of like, she said, he said stuff. Maybe they backstabbed you, and they lost your trust, and you're kind of like, well, I guess I have to kind of be friends with them because they're with my social group, but they're at a distance, you know what I mean? So you can still be cordial and nice to them, but cautious. Do you know what I'm talking about with that one third or fourth friend? So reliability is important. Is that friend going to be there for you? Are they going to stand by you? Are they going to tell you, hey, I love you, you're my friend, but you messed up. This is wrong. In whatever the situation may be. Or is it that friend that's always going to be there for you no matter what, and is going to stand by you? It's going to believe in you. It's going to trust you. But again, we'll say, I care for you, but you did right or you did wrong. So you want a good friend like that. Gender roles about friends, so male and female friends. Yes, you can have friends of the opposite sex, absolutely. You have some friends that are in the friend zone that they say, and that's okay. You don't have to be boyfriend or girlfriend with anybody. Sometimes being involved with someone makes life even more difficult. Okay, because you're teenagers, your body's going through changes, your mind's going through changes. It's just too much stress with school as it is, and maybe your job, that maybe you don't want to be in a relationship with someone, and that's okay if you don't have a significant other. I want you to understand that. Moving on to page 144. Problems with friendships. Okay, so everybody sometimes has gone through some type of issue with their friends. There could be some envy, jealousy, plain mean girl attitudes, cruelty, your cliques. I can't stand cliques. There's even cliques in adults. I mean, it's ridiculous. If you are an adult and there's cliques, they need to grow up. They're still like in high school mentality. But again, envy and jealousy is a factor. Maybe you're really good at an instrument or art, and you outbeat your friend from third chair to second chair, whatever that may be, and then your one friend is jealous, or maybe you like a certain individual and your friend likes that person too, and they like you instead of them, and there's that jealousy part on there. Being cruel. Okay, so I don't get how sometimes some teenage girls just are so mean to one another and they call each other friends. That's not a friend. Putting someone down, making someone feel like crap, being a bully within your own group of friends is not appropriate. That is not a healthy relationship. So, words hurt. Words really hurt. And I mean, there's scars sometimes you don't even realize you have because of people being mean to you. So make sure that, you're around a positive group that lifts you up. All right, remember back in the self-esteem unit where you want to live life half full, you want to surround yourself by people who lift you up. Not everybody has to agree with you, not everybody has to like what you like of interests, but it's important that you do hang out with people that do like similar things than you, but also people that maybe don't like everything you like, but you might want to try their activity that you like. So cliques, again, peer pressure. Cliques and peer pressure. I can't stand them. Peer pressure, I kind of like to call it persuasion pressure, because again, if it boils to self-esteem, if you have such low self-esteem and that you need that acceptance from people, you're going to be bound to do things that you normally wouldn't do if you definitely had high confidence in yourself, like with relating to drugs and alcohol and doing things that are illegal. If you have high self-worth and you confidence and love yourself, you are more than likely not going to go into those clique groups and be that follower, or be persuaded into doing things from your peers that it's not right. So that's section 1 and 2 that we talked about, and I'll see you in a little while.